Hello, FamilySearch staff and volunteers. Today, we're going to tackle a challenge that, let's be honest, we all face. How do we take a guest's first family history session, which can be totally overwhelming, and turn it into a genuine aha moment? Well, this explainer is your guide to do exactly that.
We've all been there, right? You're so excited to share this world that you love, but for a newcomer, it can feel like trying to drink from a fire hose. That's the problem we're going to solve today. We just have to remember what it was like to be new and then guide them on an experience that's actually interesting to them. So the big question is, how do we get them from that column on the left, that feeling of being just buried in data, over to the column on the right, that moment of real personal connection and excitement? Well, believe it or not, the secret weapon for this is one of the best visual tools out there, the fan chart. So here's our game plan. We're going to walk through a clear 6-step framework. This will give you a repeatable process to guide any new guest from that feeling of confusion to genuine curiosity. Think of it as your roadmap for creating a great discovery experience every single time. All right, let's dive into section 2, building the living bridge. Now, before we can jump into all the fun discovery tools, we have to handle this really vital first step. We've got to get their new account set up and, most importantly, connected to the main family tree. This is the first hurdle we'll help them clear together. It's called the living bridge, and it's exactly what it sounds like. You help the new user add their living parents and maybe their grandparents until their personal tree links up with an ancestor who has passed away and is already in the system. As soon as you build that bridge, bam, the entire world of exploration just opens right up. Once they're connected, we move on to section 3, and we bring in the fan chart. This thing, it is, without a doubt, the best tool for that initial 5-minute tour. It immediately shifts their focus away from a dense, intimidating database and turns it into a simple visual overview they can actually get their head around. And this right here, this is its superpower. You have to frame it this way for them. You tell them, this isn't a spreadsheet full of data. It's a map of your family. Its entire purpose is just to show relationships and patterns at a glance, and that makes the complex structure of a family tree feel instantly manageable. So here's how you kick off that 5-minute tour. Instead of telling them what they're looking at, you just start asking. Use really simple open questions like these. They're designed to get their own curiosity going and start a real conversation. Now for section 4, unlocking stories with overlays. Okay, this is where the magic really starts to happen. So the fan chart has these different views or overlays, but here's the key part. Don't just explain these as features. Think of them more like different lenses for asking specific questions and finding those aha moments. You know, a fantastic place to start is the country overlay. For so many new users, this is the most mind-blowing part. All you do is switch the view, let them look at all the colors for a second, and then you just ask one simple question. Do any of these places surprise you? And that one little question can be unbelievably powerful. I mean, I heard this story about a 10-year-old boy who saw German pop up on his chart, and he just shouted, "I'm from Germany." He had no idea. That one single visual, that discovery, it suddenly made his heritage feel real and exciting. The other overlays create different kinds of aha moments. The photos overlay, I mean, that puts faces to the names, right? And the stories overlay helps them wonder what their ancestors' lives were actually like, moving way beyond just names and dates on a chart. For example, someone once found a story about this very stern-looking ancestor, only to find out he was the town prankster. It just completely changes how you see them. Each one of these overlays is a unique conversation starter, a new lens to explore their own story. This brings us to section 5, and honestly, it's the core of this entire process, the power of questions. Your goal is not to be a lecturer, it's to be a guide. And you do that by asking questions that let them discover things for themselves. I'm telling you, this shift in your role is a total game changer. A question like this immediately moves the conversation past the people they already know about and right into the realm of discovery. It's an invitation for them to look a little closer and find a starting point for exploration that's personal to them. Okay, this one is one of my favorites because it's not about data at all. It's about connection. It encourages them to imagine these people as real individuals who had real stories, and that sparks a much deeper, more emotional kind of curiosity.
And a question like this one, it's so empowering. It lets them identify the areas that are the most intriguing to them. It basically puts them in the driver's seat of their own journey and helps you figure out what to focus on next. So, after this whole tour of discovery, we come to our sixth and final step, the personal plan. This is where you get to channel all of that new excitement into real action by helping them create a simple plan based on whatever it was that really grabbed their attention. And to create that plan, the most important thing you can possibly do is ask this question. Seriously, their answer tells you exactly what clicked for them. By letting them set the priority, you make sure their next steps will be meaningful and super motivating. And please, please keep their plan short and simple. The goal is not a long homework list that brings back that feeling of overwhelm. No, it's just 2 or 3 exciting first steps that make them feel like, hey, I can actually keep going with this on my own. So, to wrap all of this up, let's be crystal clear about our role. Ultimately, a successful discovery experience, it isn't measured by how much information we share. Not at all. It's measured by how curious they become. Our real goal is just to get them asking their own questions. And that really is the heart of it. If we can just spark that initial flame of curiosity, it can become an unstoppable force. It's what transforms family history from a daunting task into a personal journey of discovery that they'll want to be on for the rest of their lives.